Kapchorwa, about 300 kilometers from Kampala. We head there to unpack what used to be normal, made illegal, but still taking shape and growing in silence. Kapchorwa, a land bred in the Sebei sub-region, is known as the land of friends, but a darker side remains a history of trauma that persists despite the law. Female genital mutilation remains a hidden threat, taking lives and traumatizing those who survive, even when the practice was banned by the government in 2010.
So,
Peter Cameron, an elder and cultural advisor, says their ancestors believed that bad blood caused illness in women. The myth of bad blood created this ritual, and so FGM began.
there was a lady who became sick and was emaciating, and when she was taken to a traditional healer, traditional healer said that this lady, what is making this lady sick is bad blood. So we need to ensure that we cut her in order to let this bad blood out. For us, she will be cured.
This tradition now hides in the depth of caves, where secrecy preserves it, passed down from generation to generation. In the remote sub-counties of Kaptanya, Kapsinda, Kaptereti, and Tereges, hidden from authorities, traditional surgeons still conduct FGM, undeterred by law or consequence. This young lady, let us call her Marjolin. She says she was circumcised only because her husband wouldn't marry an uncircumcised woman.
I willingly accepted, and additionally, my then boyfriend said you must be circumcised before we get married.
This practice is so deeply rooted that some women like Marjolin and Janet continue to advocate for it, recruiting fellow young women, viewing it as a path to acceptance and status within their community.
So we take them to the cutters, and we ensure the cutter is hidden, not to be what? Not to be identified or not to be exposed. And we ensure
there are caves in which they take some girls for circumcision but declined to reveal.
there are specific secrets we cannot reveal.
We were tipped off about one of the caves in the hilly Kapinkuria zone where circumcision takes place. It took us hours of hiking and brushing past narrow thorny shrubs to reach this inaccessible cave. A dangerous place, a silent testament to a practice shrouded in secrecy.
This is one of the many hidden caves named Kapankuria, where girls and women are mutilated after government made female genital mutilation illegal. Girls here are brought the previous day so that they are mutilated by 6 a.m. the following day.
The perpetrators are no longer doing it in the open. They run to the mountains, they run to the caves, and also to the neighboring districts, especially in Kenya, and it's very hard. But when we get these victims, they give us information, and then we are able to track the perpetrators and have them arrested.
Inside the dim cave, traditional items symbolizing Sebei culture are arranged ritualistically. This hidden cave has become a sacred shrine for mutilation, an illegal practice sheltered by the cliffs and cliffs that loom above.
This cave, traditionally, we used to live here, but after we have now turned it into a hidden place whereby we do female genital mutilation.
We were briefed about a mutilator in the neighborhood in the lower belt of Kapchorwa. We will not reveal her identity. We will call her Lady Carter. She's in her 60s.
We are just removing that thing because it was culture. We found it there, and the reason we continued removing that very thing.
Lady Carter confesses she cuts more than 10 girls every month.
As long as they have come and they are ready, even the 10 I can finish.
She says she is anticipating the circumcision month of December and hopes to receive more women and girls for mutilation. Razia Musa is 49 with 9 children, circumcised at an early age of 10 years. After 2 years, she was paralyzed and later became crippled. She hardly does her chores with ease as she crawls.
It's because of FGM that I'm the way I am.
For Razia, FGM left a permanent devastating impact, a paralyzed life with daily suffering. She curses FGM.
It should be stopped because it is really bad. It makes you not to be like the way other people are.
We seek to find out how Razia's condition was connected to FGM.
So the compromisation is both muscular and neuro, meaning that the nerve is damaged, but also the muscles that supply the lower limbs.
The vaginal blood vessels, if cut inappropriately, can cause nerve damage.
A person may have urine incontinence, that's one of it. Then 2, they may have the paralysis. It may be diplegia, di meaning 2, both limbs are paralyzed, or it may be a hemiplegia, meaning one side of the limb is being paralyzed.
Elijah Chomtai, a community leader, he says it is time to end FGM, citing the risks.
Most times, these surgeons use the same knives to cut these women, and as a result, transmitting HIV to other women who are even okay.
We rely so much on the community members who give us information, and then we have the intelligence team, that is crime intelligence of the Uganda Police Force, that keep on giving us information together with the community members to be able to hold these perpetrators accountable.
Sarah Amron is an S6 student at Kapchora Secondary School. She participates in the Accelerating Impact for Young Women and Girls program by BRAC, where girls are taught to speak up against negative social norms and gender-based violence.
It's backwardness because to the extent we have reached now, I think women should not be circumcised because our fellows, what they say is that they feel harassed, and it's something that they don't like, but they do it because of the culture.
During the resistance, there is also resilience. Young women like Sarah are stepping forward, challenging harmful norms and refusing the blade.
They feel that regret of being among the people who are going to be like people who practice FGM.
If a cultural practice is negative in nature, it makes a woman looks like nobody in a society. This is something that we should stop.
The Kapchora District Health Educator Twala Yusuf emphasizes the need to sensitize young girls about the dangers, push the law to every corner of Sebei, and end FGM for good.
The law was established, but the community is not aware of the law, so we need to disseminate the law to the community.
We must enforce this law. We must take these people to the courts of law.
In Karamoja sub-region, we have ably arrested most of the perpetrators and produced them in court. We have also rescued victims who have been reunited with their parents because some parents are not in support of this vice. But we've also handed them over to our other stakeholders who can be able to provide protection. And then we also have other partners who are willing to educate these girl children to make sure that they do not fall victims again to this vice.
Education should be used as the strongest tool against FGM, child marriage, and any other circle of harmful traditions.
The girl child should be allowed to go to school so that she is able to appreciate her body.
These surgeons who are conducting the things and mentors, we need to bring them on board and see how we can involve them in fighting against the female mutilation.
As December, a month of mutilation, nears, Sebei faces a new battle, not against the caves or the scars they hide, that protect and defend female genital mutilation.